Hi guys, it's Mariah Balenciaga, and guess what? I'm finally doing a makeup tutorial. Yes! So I'm going to show you my signature Glamour Puss look for day, evening, grocery shopping, picking up a tray, dropping off the children. I'm going to be taking this to this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you beat a mug. I guess I'll start off gluing my eyebrows because that's what the girls do, right? Boop! Guess what, bitches? I ain't got no eyebrows. I just saved myself 20 minutes. So I like to go straight into getting my highlight on. And usually, you know how it is getting to the gigs, especially in Southern California with traffic. I like to get everything on with little to no fuss. And sometimes I'll do that in the car. You know how it is. The girls be going to the gigs or meeting a trade and they want to look pretty with the least amount of time possible. And we all call this, the dragons call this paint by numbers. Get that complexion, that smooth skin. Look at that. See? You can't see no stubble. You don't see any road maps, no cookie crunch, all that. Just smooth and butter. Well, I did shave earlier today, believe it or not. I even took a bath. Now, personally, I know some of the girls will usually just use one color all over their face and make it disappear. I like to go ahead and start with my structure from the foundation up. So I usually use 3 minimum colors of foundation. I actually learned how to paint from my mentors. I guess, well, they are my drag mother and my drag grandmother. And they're actually makeup artists for film and television. So I had a really good foundation with them. And in the ballroom, they taught me some of the tricks to be able to soften up the contours, to be able to compete against like real women in the transsexual competition. A lot of people like the little blending sponges, the little spongy blenders. I prefer a powder puff, a fabric powder puff. This one's a little worn, but I like a little build up on my stuff, especially when I'm blending. And working with a puff, you have more surface area, so you can just get it done a lot quicker. And the fabric of the puff is actually gives it a softer finish and less streaky. My technique since Drag Race has definitely gotten a lot more efficient and has evolved since being on Drag Race. I was painted, but I think I'm a lot more dramatic now. And because the whole thing was being, again, like I said, fishy for competition in the ballroom scene. And then when I got on Drag Race, there were several times you can't help it but to be around other talented artists and drag queens. And their makeup is so much more dramatic than yours. And for a while, you can go through my Facebook and my social media and see I kind of lost my mind with the drama of the makeup. Because baby, my eyebrows started going all the way back here. And I realized that was not what I needed. So I toned it back down and brought it back to me and got a good balance, so delicate balance. So I have my little elf nose. Looks real good on stage. I have my setting powders. I always like to do the highlight first for some reason. And why I like to use 3 different colors of foundation is because even after your pigments and your powders are kind of have oxidized and wanted to wear out, you still have the reinforcement of the foundations underneath where you've recreated your facial structure. And paint by numbers, it's just like 1, 2, 3, highlight, base color, and contour. And then just repeat with the powders. I'm starting to see how a little bit. Y'all seeing it a little bit? Y'all let me know. I know y'all will in the comments below. Because I kind of have what I call it my man points, my little, you know, the little dents where our man hairline is. I like to round that off with some contouring. Now this is still just contouring. And this contouring the nose And the eye is gonna just begin, it's gonna be the beginning of my contour. I mean, the beginning of my nose contour and my eye beat, my crease. Now me, I like to, cause I have like this, I call it a overhang, like little man brow. So I tend to like to take mine up a little higher to camouflage that. Now I'm gonna use a mineralized blush just to give my tip of my nose a little highlight. And when you're under the lights, it'll really catch it. It's a great alternative if you don't want to use the clown white all the time. I know some people are like, if she don't stop putting on so much powder. Now, some people, because of their skin type, should not use this much powder because if they have a skin that has more texture and it's dry, it'll cause your foundation to crack. Some girls, you know, have different style with their blush. I prefer to start lighter and then work my way up to darker, so that way it's easier to correct. Right now for my medium brown, go in there and start really cutting it out. I don't really use like a lot of hot pinks or anything in my paint. I prefer more neutrals. My little tagline in my social media handle is Mug for Days. Well, Anjana saw me paint one time, I was running really behind. And baby, I had like 25 minutes to get ready in complete drag because the show was getting ready to start. Got stuck in LA traffic. She said, bitch, mugging days, mug for days, but she are mug for minutes. So now for my eyes, I'm gonna start going in and giving it a little bit of color. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch. And then just gently go out. You can always use your face or something as a rest, but make sure you don't have any other product on it because you'll gag. And this is kind of the cheating way to do a crease because I'm gonna just correct it. Go back in with a light foundation. And like for the real women out there, you can use a primer, but I just like to use foundation. Like I said, it holds more product. You usually like it to be lighter, so when you do, if you're using colored eyeshadows, it'll make it pop a lot brighter than using your skin tone foundation for this part. And then I like to go in and just soften it with my finger and remove any excess product from the lid because you don't want it creasing with the shadows. I like to use a flat big brush like this one to get my main shadow on. I think today I'm going to use this nice gold. And then I just get it on there. Not a whole lot of fuss, and I don't have to worry about the fallout or on my cheek because I have my catch powder there to get it. I'm leaving my inner eye area open so I can put my white there and it'll keep my eyes nice and bright and pop. There we go. Look at that quick. Also, I like to wet my, for my base of my liner, I like to use a black shadow. So I'll wet my brush. Probably it's not too detailed, but swirl it. And this is gonna be the base of my liner before I even do my liquid liner. You wanna be aware of your eyelids and how they, like if you have any creases or folds. So once you put it on, see how I have that little flap there? You have to compensate for that a little bit. So take it up a little higher or a little lower. And that'll also prevent your liner from looking chalky from creasing with your colored shadow. Now I'm about to highlight under this area, under the brow. It also helps give it more definition and clean up any little messiness. And again, I like using my fingers for a lot of things, and blending is one of them. You know what? I think the most common mistake people do with their eyes is not understanding their eye space. Some people will try to do a dramatic crease, but they should really do a smoke because their eye space can't support it. So I always like the girls to play around a little bit before you actually step out with your final eye. You want to make sure that you've played with it, tested it, and tried it at the house, and see what actually works. And don't be afraid to just take pictures of yourself without posting them. Study them and see what worked, because some powders and some finishes don't work for everybody. Like who was it? Billy B actually told me on the show, one of his pet peeves with me for my look when I did the Bronze Goddess, I had like this metallic-y, pearlized finish for my brow highlight, and that just did not work for me. All right, now I'm gonna use just a soft brown. And this brush has very little product on it because I don't need any more right now. I think I'm ready for my liquid liner. You look like a glamorous raccoon, honey. You know you've done your job. Your black shadow, get a little bit and dab it on top. Not only will it intensify the black even more, but it'll help it dry quicker. Some girls like the white, like the liner or a cream or a clown white shadow. I love this metallic makeup powder. It's a loose powder. You have to be really careful with it. It says, be careful, caution, do not get into eye, but I always get it in my eye. And just go through with your liner and reinforce the black underneath it. And of course, mascara. I always do a coat of mascara because it also helps get rid of that ashiness, like if any of your shadows might have fallen. I'm gonna do a little extra highlight right under my cheekbone contour. Now for my lip base. I like to go in with either, you can use a color in with a shadow or a pencil just to get your general shape. Now for my particular look and style, mine are exaggerated a little, but not too unrealistic. For my liner, I'm also going to give definition to my lips, like a medium to dark brown. I know it looks dark at first, but once you put your liquid lipstick or your gloss on, it's gonna blend out. And just to highlight again around your lips. Now, I personally like to reuse lashes because once you have that buildup of glue, it actually is quicker and easier to conform to your eye. Okay, well, I'll let the glue get tacky a little bit. I'm gonna let this glitter do a little bit more work for me. And I like to use a mixing liquid, and it helps it hold on to the eyelid or your cheekbone or wherever you want to put it. All right, babies, we got this mug set. We're about to go get a wig, get some heels, rummage through some trash, find an outfit, get my good ghetto hoops on, and Sex Puss is on her way back. All right, my love, she's got her good gilt on. She's got her nails done. She got her jewelries out of the safety deposit box. She's got her lovely frock on, and she is ready for a night out on the town, or just an in call or an out call. Either way, the bitch's mug is beat.
Hey, squirrel friend, when one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead, I support you.